the electric Kyler Murray. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Blues, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And away we go from Virginia Beach. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's their offense, taking it for the first time here. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Well, these guys have gotten off to a hot start, Brock, in spite of these injuries that have occurred along the way.
You know what, Kate? If you and I traveled to every training camp, I think we'd hear the same thing.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Goff back to throw. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Picked up at the 38. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 60-year pro and former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So that brings up 2nd down. Now Murray on the play fake. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. They'll run here following the penalty. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his team to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They put a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ferguson's got it, complete. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This ball's caught by Uzama. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2. Etienne. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Dreadnoughts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Israel Abani-Kanda on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a 2nd time. Goff on 1st and 10. Complete to Coleman. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Cut by Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Goff now, 3rd and long. And he can escape no longer. They roam over and bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think I heard everybody in the stadium, yeah, Kate, including you, say throw it away, get rid of the ball. Everybody heard it, except for the quarterback. And the sand in the hourglass, oh, it ran out.
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. That's played at the 43. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's brought down for loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this one hits first and 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Now outruns their offense to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. This is on target to Christian Watson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early.
Running on first here with Jacobs. He's contained at the line for no gain. Will McDonald there on the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Going run again with Jacobs. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap here to Goff. On the move, head right.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Jack Fox on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Their offense ready to take the field now. They came into this game on a 5-game win streak and currently in control of what could be a 6th straight victory. 1st and 10, Murray. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Counter give to ETN. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And solid running there gets him forward to the 39-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They motion the tight end over. On 2nd down, it's Etienne. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They go right back to Etienne. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 4 there. And they're going to have a first down. Etienne again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
He's got Khalil Shakir. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you execute.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now toss it to Etienne. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. Rolling left, buying some time. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Well, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They stick with Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
He's got time here. They get to him and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. From the gun, Goff. Chased out to his right. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Dreadnoughts, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Slot man motioned over. Murray here on first down. And the man is there to knock that away. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it's second down coming up. From the gun, Etienne gets it. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Murray setting up to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a first down. Play action now, Murray. Complete out to the right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Virginia Beach. It's the Dreadnoughts. Behind the sticks on 2nd and 11. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll give him a first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Flushed out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. On 1st down, it's gone. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Here's Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st down throw from Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing is gone. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing again, it's off. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickett.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That brings us to the break. The Dreadnoughts on top in Virginia Beach. Now we'll sit down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dreadnoughts and Kyler Murray set to take over. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And he has enough room to gain about 4. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Second and 6 coming up here. Now Murray on the play fake. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one, and it'll give him a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's ETN on first down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6. Now Gibbs, ETN headed left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye.
The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
This offense getting all set for this series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Coleman with the grab. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is third and inches. Turning to Jacobs on third. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give him a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and they'll have first down. Goff setting to throw. Completed here to Pickens. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives them first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Running back sent in motion. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third goal. Goff to the air now. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Field goal attempts coming now from Young Hui Koo. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Dreadnoughts ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Murray from the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Trying it right side with Etienne. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Putting a receiver in motion. Murray on 3rd down. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up first down.
You know, you'll find teams with this route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They send the tight end in motion. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. From the gun, it's Murray. Complete to Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives them the first. Shakir in motion right. On first down, they'll run. And he's brought on for a loss. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts lead by 14. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field. So that play's going to remain a touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Dreadnoughts lead by 15 now. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On first down, it's gone. The throw left side to Watson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looking for George Pickens that time. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. The Blues out to get a boot into this one. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he can't evade the cuff team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Action now, Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10, Murray. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play, and they're going to have a first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver. We don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Murray here on first down. It's caught, Ferguson. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll try it left with Etienne. And he'll advance this down to the 22-yard line. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. They go right back to Etienne. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. A 3-yard gain leaves him just a little short. A decision to make now on 4th down. Tight end in motion right. Quick throw right side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. They go play action on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Dicker connects there. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Abanikanda on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Goff on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Connection made to Coleman. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Throwing again, it's Goff. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Throwing is gone. And after all that, he's getting rid of it. They get there and drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. They'll go for it. Goff. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards them, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Offense headed back to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Counter give to ETN, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Judy will go in motion right. ETN on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
He can run it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. And they send a man in motion. They'll run, ETN. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
One more time with ETN. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. That's the 2-minute warning here from Virginia Beach. Dreadnoughts nearing their 6th win this season. So now, here's 3rd and goal. ETN. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Now on comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell, for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Dicker connects there. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense getting set to go. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. 1st down throw from Goff. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. From the 46. Flush down now to his left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing to the opposing side of the field. So before they try it on 3rd and inches, a timeout's called. Shotgun snap here to go. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that brings up 4th and short. Looking to throw, Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Goff setting to throw. And push it deep downfield. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Brock, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Dreadnoughts as we say so long from Virginia Beach.